Mic check 1 2. Ndo hivyo sasa, tukianzanga hii nini, tukianzanga hii stream. Alright, let's get started here. So today I'm gonna be doing I think I'm gonna reduce the volume just a little bit. But that's okay, we can just roll with it as it is for now. Yeah, I think that's much better. Excuse me one more time. I'm gonna take it down to 30%. Apply, setting, close, and we're good. So what I'm gonna be doing today is we did take a trade on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we're gonna be reviewing 4 trades. I do hope I have all of them, but I know I have 3 trades at least on my charts, on my charts. So let's get started here. So we do have 14, 15. Awesome. I have all of them over there. So what we're gonna do is I want us to go back to the first day, which was the 14th, and I'm gonna journal this as well. So my journal is quite simple. I have a few days I haven't journaled, man. Don't think I journaled the whole of last week, and that is not cool. So I'm gonna have to suck. I'm not gonna go back look for those. So we'll just keep going from the 14th. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do here? So I'm gonna do something like this, and then just go back here and just start a new spreadsheet over there that looks like this. So there we go. Let's just focus on this. So that will show the date, the symbol. I could get rid of this because I'm always trading. I've been trading just NAS 100. But so we'll have one entry for the 14th, and let me have this on the side here. I want the Camo Studio on this side. So why did it show on the side? Oh, okay, I need to stop talking to myself. So that's one of the reviews that I've heard. And so the symbol is NAS 100. This is just I'll show you what this is. So this is an important aspect for my strategy right there, and I want to know what time it happened. So then when 50 crossed 200, this is something I'm looking into, which is something that I mean, just in case it was a factor in my taking trade, then I want to know what that is. And this is the time I enter the trade, and then I want to know how far did it go. Did I get 3R on that setup, right? And then here is 1 standard deviation of this move over here, which will be the leg that comes down to take liquidity, right? I used that for my targets, and then I use a fib to get standard deviations of that leg. So 1 2 3. So pretty much 1 is an area that I want to break even. But if I do have like a target I think the trade will get to, then I just wait for, like, for example, I've been looking at the previous 1 hour highs. So if the previous 1 hour high is here, then I'll just wait to get there. But that is a really nice place to break even or take some money off the table. But so then I like to see how far did it go, right? And then once we get to 2 USD, then pretty much okay. And then I'll take an image of the trade, how it looks like, and then I want to see what happened after. So if I took a loss, I want to see what happened after, blah, blah. And then if I have any notes, I'll do that. And then this is something I've been doing. So what I want to see is I want to go to the monthly, and I want to note but that's when I'm done with the month, right? I want to see trades like this. See how we traded above. Well, it's where'd that go now? So it's written as a monthly image, but what maybe I should change that, because all I'm doing is just in that month, right? So let's say, where are we? We are in, on today's Thursday the 17th. I mean, today's April. We're in April, so go to where April started, which will be here, and then I want to see the days where price went up the previous day and then shot down to the other side. So in this case, I'll note that. And then the other day such a thing happened will be this one right here. We traded below this previous day and shot up. So because those are things that I'm kind of interested in future when I start spending getting more time. So far it's only happened 2 times, right? So that will be the 1st of April to the 2nd and the 8th to the 9th. So I like to study price around that and then journal that and kind of see if that's a thing. But so far, then, if that was what I'm looking for, then I only had 2 trades. And let me see if there was any loss. So far, no loss. Maybe this one, because we traded above and then we started coming down. So this could have been a loss day right here, because once we traded above it, if I'm expecting price to come down and my formations keep forming, I kept on, you can see that I kept on getting kicked out. But anyway, so that right there is something to yeah. So that concept that's pretty much what I'm doing with the 1 hour, because then I get so far on the monthly there's only 2, but if you go to the 1 hour and if you go to the 4 hour, there's gonna be way more than 2, right? And if you go to the 1 hour, a lot more. But even on the 5 minute, a lot more. But then again, your risk for losses is also increasing. So, which again, if the strategy is good, then you also make some mula. Okay, so where are we? I was just talking about so those two can go together now. So we can use that to journal those 4 trades. So we have 414 right there. Come on. That's why I don't get Excel, whatever, Google Sheet sometimes. So let's just do 41425 right there. So you have to come in and Control S and then just save something else. Control S, and then now we can delete, and whatever we do now should work. Sorry about that. Let's have the chart on the side. Okay, let's get these. So what we do have is 415 25 down 4 16 25, and then we have another one 4, and I believe there's a way you can do this faster, but that will take us for like another 20 minutes to find out. And the symbol is just NAS 100, man. So we're good over there. So let's get started. So what happened here? Why is this one on this side? Oh, I know why. There you go. Okay, so let's do this first. So let's go to I'll use this one. I think this one is where I heard some. You know what? I think maybe, but I don't. If I go to my testing software, I don't think we have all the data until yesterday, so we can just stay here. So the 14 is right here. Where was it? Seems like it's somewhere in here. So I'm just gonna go back to April 7th to the 15th, and there's your 14th day right there. And this is why, like, when I'm doing my analysis now, I just decided I'm gonna be drawing all these levels afresh every day, so then again I can just get rid of them. And the other day I do have other new levels, and some of the high time frame levels is gonna be repetitive, but now for the sake of me coming to do my reviews, then I don't have to worry about, you know, which level is where, because, you know, if there's a level that I used yesterday and I didn't use here, because maybe the best way would be to have all those high time frame levels in their own category. But then again, come Wednesday, come for the reviews, then I might have just so many levels, and then it's gonna be wasting time trying to see what I don't need. Am I repeating myself here? I think so. So yeah, so it's beneficial to me to just have those levels every day. Okay, let's go. So here's the 14th day. So let's just go down. Let's just see what we had on that day. So we pretty much traded above. So am I doing a review? Yes, you should be doing a review. So what we okay, we had that fair value gap over there. I don't know if we got to it. Wednesday, in between last week's range. Looking at the daily, we were just above that previous day high. It looks like we were bearish. Looking at the 4-hour, but then all this is something that has already happened. No, not yet, because that's 11 a.m. We're gonna go straight to the 12 a.m. candle. But I'm not seeing my trades though. Maybe we didn't take a trade on this day, did we? There's my previous 1 hour high and the previous 1 hour low. So, and what candle is this? This is the 12 p.m. candle. Now, did I take this trade? We cannot remember. So, man, that was nice, because this is exactly now what I want to see, right? So this is where we closed, and we went up, and then we shot down, and then kept going down further, and that's your target. If you don't want to take your full TP here, then you want to close at least half to 80% to 75%, whatever you want, as long as you pay yourself. And then clearly the 1 p.m. candle open, we went up. So normally this 1 p.m. candle just stays in range, but for some days it performed actually even more than in terms of range. This was 170, 174, and this one is I can actually just do shift, and that's 167. That's too much for 1 p.m. candle. My time frame right here is PST, so adjust accordingly. So going down to the 5 minute. Oh, here's the trade right here. Beautiful. So I missed this trade. I didn't take it because when this trade was coming up, I wanted it to get up here, right? But it just kept going. So what I noted was this range over here on the 5 minute, where price opened on this candle, it went down. Now if this candle would have kept on going down, that would have been a gap like what we have here. But what we see is it opened, came up, completely closed that gap. So I think that's what it's called immediate rebalance, and then we shot down. So when price was coming out, I think it had already made its objective that it did need to keep going up, and it just shot down. So I missed a really nice trade because I wanted us to at least get here, because I've seen such a trade before. The same day I also did look at NAS 100, US 100 and US 500 and US 30. They had kind of the same setup, but they did trade to the 5 minute gaps, and then they shut down. So I'm thinking maybe NAS 100 didn't need to. So that is something that I've seen, and I noted that down. So if that happens again and there's a BPR over there, I'm gonna take that trade. If it fails, then I'll just go in with half the risk. If that fails, then right there with the other half of the risk. If that fails, then no more trading for the day, because sometimes the trade will keep on coming for your stop loss, and instead of burning your account, you can have a simple system like just half your risk until there's nothing to risk, and the most you'll risk, if your maximum risk is 1%, you're looking at 2% max. Is that too much? I don't think so. It's not too much. If you can burn over 50% of your account, then 2-3% is nothing, right? So what we're gonna do is let's review here. Then so I don't know what to do here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this again, because this is I'm gonna replay here, and I think it's a nice way to. So I'm gonna get rid of these levels. I just want, no, that's the problem though. I'm only gonna leave the 1 hour, which is this one right here. Where is it? So you know what, let's just leave those levels. That's okay, they're not hurting nobody. So I'm going to come back here, and this is a nice way that I use to kind of get those shapes in my head so I can see them when they happen. Is you can go and fast identify that shape, that pattern, and then replay, and just let your mind think that it knows it. I don't know if that makes sense, right? And that should help you register that pattern so that when it forms live, you can actually see it. And it's okay if it leaves you the first time you see it, but I think you get better, that you can actually even start telling that it's forming, right? So I am going to move forward now. Boom. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame, because that's where I do take my trades. And then there's something else I want to see first. So I was thinking of, before I do enter trade, I want to first see a 5 minute order block confirmation, right? What that is let's say this is a green candle. Now I want to be bearish. So what I'm thinking, I'm waiting for a bearish move, right? So that will be a green candle right there, and you can put the wicks if you want to. You know what, let's just assume there's no wicks. You get the point. So that's a green candle, and what I want to see fast on the 5 minute is I want to see this I want to see another down candle with a body close below this up candle. So this will be a bearish candle. I want to see something like this on the 5 minute time frame right there. So now this will be a 5 minute bearish order block right there, or confirm of a supply right there. It's not a breaker though, but you get the point. So now what we do then is we go down to the 1 minute time frame, and then we want to see that breaker formation in here. So that's pretty much simple as it is in terms of recognizing a pattern. So I think that's a very important thing for me to wait for, because you can go to the 1 minute and your entry formation is there, but all what this was doing was just coming down, and then it gaps up and closes over there. That already shows you that we have some momentum to still keep going up, and your 1 minute entry could be looking so good, but when that doesn't confirm, man, because when this confirms, I want to go to a smaller time frame and I want to see a fair value gap just somewhere. So this is a concept that I learned from ICT. So let's see. So do I look okay? Let's just go first of all. Boom, 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 boom. So now I was expecting trade to get up here. So boom. Let's see. I wish I didn't have these drawings. Let me delete them for now. So now I'm already recognizing this as that down candle right there. I'm recognizing that as my bounce zone. So I'm already seeing the pattern in my head. So what I'm envisioning is the price to come down, come back to that zone, and then we start going down, right? So then I want to be in if that's what's gonna happen. I want to position myself. So that's my entry, my stop loss just above the highest high, and then we keep going down. But I guess, you know, I really wanted that price to get up here, because on the 5 minute it's a gap. But so let's just say, look at that. That is beautiful. That is what you want to see, man. So now we have that down candle, right? We went up, it's a swing high, we've traded above it, and then immediately we come down and take that low. That right there is your entry pattern. And even before this candle went up, if once we close below it, that can be your entry, because there are some times when price doesn't come back here, and you know, you can just keep going down. But for the best value, just wait for it to come back to your breakout. Better yet, wait for the fair value gap or the highest high to the highest low and wait for the OTE, which is something I want to start doing from next week. So I'll have to come up with a plan. I'm like, maybe take half if I want to risk 1%, then do, whenever it closes down, do like 0.25% risk, and then when it comes up here, do like 0.5% of the risk, and then the other 0.25, just do it up here. So whatever happens, it's okay. And if you get taken out, you're only losing 1%. So in this case, let's go to the 5 minutes so I can see if we did get that order block confirmation, and pretty much we have it. So that's your very, very, very solid confirmation right there. Doesn't say that your setup is not gonna fail, but you've done your best to position yourself, you know, in what you think is gonna be a winning trade. So yep, balance price range, immediate fill of that gap. So if we see that next time, we are taking that trade, and if we lose, it's okay. It's really okay. I just hate taking trades and then, you know, realizing that there was a mistake, which is nothing wrong, because you get to learn from that mistake. And going back to the 1 minute time frame, there you are, man. So we do have an inverted fair value gap over here, and I think I'm gonna start drawing these things differently now. I used to pull it up all the way, but I'm just gonna have it right there moving forward. I don't have to, just to have some clean charts. So right there, that's an inverted fair value gap, and then we do have this fair value gap over here, and I'll just leave it over there just like that, because now I'll bring it here, and then I think it's much cleaner just leaving it like that, and I can see. So my first typical entry at the touch of that bounce zone, my stop loss at the highest high, and then my TP is at the end of the at the end of the 1 hour. Now looking at this 5 minute, there is this 5 minute fair value gap where price can come in and bounce up and keep going up. So as much as our target should be at the end of the previous 1 hour, this is a place I'll take a partial, and already that's giving you 2.7. so nice place to take something off, right? Because I've seen that in back test, man. It gets here and bounces up. That was a nice return. You didn't pay yourself. If you see something like 2.7 and then it comes and you break even, it still hurts. It still doesn't feel so good. But let's just assume that because I know we did get here because we're doing reviews of what happened. We're just coming back to see what we would have done better. So I'm thinking maybe do like somewhere here. Once we close, do like 0.25% in case we're not gonna come back up. 0.25%. So that's a fear of missing out entry, just a small risk. And then if we do come back here, then I wanna, because that's like my main entry area, I wanna do like a 0.5% risk. And then if that's the lowest low, and how we know is we have to exactly, so we did form swing high and a swing low around that price action area. What is this line? Get out of here. So that fair value gap could be another entry as well, but let's see if we did get to that 0.62 sweet zone right there. And I think this fib needs to be I need to make those lines a little bit dark, and then I'm gonna change this to look like that and make these lines a little bit darker. 0.62 can be that harsh blue. No, yeah, for the sake of whatever. That's okay. Where's 0.5 can be green, but we can't see it though, so I'll just do, oh yeah, we can see it because it's down here. Oh, we don't even use that level anyway for target, so I'm gonna just get rid of it. Where is it? 0.56 was an area where I was putting my pending limit. So because I thought that if we do get to 0.62, then because of spread, that was a nice area to fill me in. But I'm gonna get rid of that level for now. And -1, it's down here. What is this? That's 0. I did change 0 to this one. What is this level here, man? 0.5. Okay, and I think that's visible enough. So that 0.62 level, man, that's your sweet spot, right? And there's nothing wrong from taking a trade at the 0.5 level. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have my third entry at that 0.62 level, and my stop loss just up here. And let's get going down here. I'm sorry if I sound boring, but this stuff is boring. It is boring, man. It's gonna be the same thing every day. That's what you want. You want it to be mundane. Mundane. Okay, so looking at this, let's see what really happened. So these are just those positions, right? I'm gonna get rid of the whatever now. So this is something I'd say that I was gonna take partials if we do get down there. So let's see how that happens. So this is a 0.25% risk, this is 0.5%, and then this is 0.25%. So FOMO is taken care over there, that's my main one, and then just in case we do get up there. So let's go forward. Boom, boom, boom. So my second trade is engaged right there, assuming we had pending orders, but I've kind of stayed away a little bit from pending orders because if I'm on the charts, then I can just do a market entry, like so. In this case, that will be just me hitting sell when we trade and touch that whatever that point of interest for me, I'll hit sell. So probably I'll get filled maybe up here because I see we were going up, so I'd get a better feel. Or if we just touch and start coming down, then I'll get a much later feel. So for now, let's just have it at use perfect. Probably this one I'll do a pending order, but all right, let's see what goes down here. So we did go up, So in this case, oh yeah, we did come up and we did touch that 0.62 level. Oof, beautiful. So my first entry was at 12:16 p.m. So here we're just staying in price. Here it does look like we're gonna lose, and then it comes up and what time is it? 12:42 p.m. So all that time you're just in here, your emotions playing around with you. So that's the good thing about back testing, because you kind of prepare yourself for such things. And so this is an area where I'll definitely, I'll take a partial. So I'd probably close this one and close this one, and maybe take a half of this and then leave the rest to keep going. Probably that's what I'll do. And then we saw that we boom hit TP at around 12:57 p.m. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and journal this, and then I'm gonna journal it to see if I took that trade, because I want that to register in my mind that yo, it's possible to win in such trades. Because there's one thing, there's seeing a setup, there's being able to engage with it, put yourself in there. And then what was the other thing I wanted to say? There's one thing, seeing it also come to fruition, right? And just sticking with it. I lost a thought in there. So boom 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 boom. I'm gonna journal this to see if it happened. I want that to register in my head that yo, these things happened. So 5 minutes, you can just stay around there, you don't have to. So that's 0. Bruh. And I'm thinking that could just be over there too. It doesn't have to be dramatic coming all this way. This is how I'm gonna start marking my charts now. I don't have to bring it out here, all the way here. Ugh, it's too much, oh. Just like that, and then I can just focus on price. Now let me put the 50 cross 200. Yeah. So in this case, the 50 cross 200 was not with us, but everything else just checked in. And if you're a trendline guy, that was beautiful right there, right? But which trendline do you know it's gonna work? That's your strategy, man. You just go in there and do your thing. So okay, so now this is how I chart. Where is that? Whatever. So we're gonna put this. It's come on. Let's see if it worked for us. So then so in this case, what do I say? I'm who now? I would say the last leg that took liquidity and we shot down, right? So what just happened here? So in this case, this is really important because it's always going to be on the 1 minute anyway, but that's okay. So and then the time was, it formed from 12:10 to 12:13. So 12:10 p.m. to 12:13 p.m. So the other thing is I want to know, when did 50 cross 200? But in this case we didn't use 15-200, so I'm gonna leave that alone. And then when was my entry? So my entry, I will go with the touch of this down candle here, because that was the main entry, and that happened at 12:24 p.m. Now the other thing is I want to know, did we reach 3RR at least, because that's my, that is my yes, we did. That is my go-to RR. So I'm gonna just do it. Let's see if it was really perfect. So the entry was pretty much here, or this one. So if it was a pending order, then this one might not have failed us. But since I'm doing market entries, then this is pretty much where I was failed. Actually it's 12:17, not even 12:24. 3RR, yes, we did get to 3RR. So what I do is we come here and fill with black green over there. Now one standard deviation will be this, the same leg, right? In this case it's on the 1 minute, so it will be that high to this low. So it will be that high to this low right here, what went up, and then we broke structure. So that's what I'm looking at. And then I do have these settings here on my fib. Trade management, simple. They're just like 0, 1, and these are the extensions. So extending with 0.1 deviations or whatever. So I want to know, this is like my go-to spot, man, right there. And you can see that's pretty much where even that 5 minute fair value gap is. So that is pretty much where I want to just close my trades completely. But in this case, I think we did have potential to keep going down. So maybe try to see if that spot is gonna be will turn to resistance, right? So we dive into it, price came up, we came down, body's closing inside it, and then we just keep going down. So yeah, we did get to 2 and 2.5 and 1.5. So on my journal I will come and do yeah, we did get there, 2 there, so I'll just do green as well, and then I'll take a picture of this action over here. So on this side I also have the higher time frame, but in this case I cannot replay both charts. So but what I can do though is we can do this. Where are we? There's the 14th April. I need that to be, where all this coming from? Or from this side. And this is on. That wasn't supposed to be on, man. So I'm gonna group this and then turn them off. They do turn off on the other side too. So this is the 14th of April. What I'm gonna do is I want to see how that day look like. So it's pretty much this day over here, right? So I'll just do it this way, so then I can see what that day looks like. I don't need the 1 hour candle because I know the 1 hour range is right here. So yep, that's the daily candle. We jumped up and we were just coming down now. So damn, is that even helpful anyway? Because where are we? 14th April. So this price action is just we're just inside of the daily range. So that's good to know. That is good to know. So yeah, I have that marked, and that's it. We're good. We are good. So then I can come back and see that we did get to those 1, 2, 3. They're all engaged, and we can know what to do. This one we can have it just stay on the side too. Just right there, and that's an enough image for me because I want to see this day. Boom. So we do come here, copy that link, boom. In this case I don't think I need that after. Oh, the trade was done. Okay, now let's go to the next day, and I'm gonna just go quick now on this day. So the real result for this day, I missed that trade, so I didn't take that trade. I missed it. I just saw it go without me. So now this journal down right here, I just come back, see what time I entered, what time was the entry, and then I'll just come and I'm like, I'm seeing there's a 5 minute fair value gap, and then there's that 5 minute balance price range. So I'm like, okay, next time I see this, I don't need to wait for price to get up here. If my setup does form, just go in, engage. If it fails, then set up another trade over there. If that fails, then one more trade, and then you're done for the day. Okay, doke. Now why did I close that? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is now group all that, and then I'm gonna do 4:15 review, and let's what happened. One, two, three, 4:15 review. Thank you. This is boring, I know it's boring. Okay, we're done with 4:14, so let's go to 4:15 the following day. Let's see what we did on that day. Did I take a trade on that day? I think I also missed that day. So go forward, and that's the 15th. This day right here. So I'm gonna have it just seated over there, and let's 4:14 review. You guy, 1, 2, 3. So 4:15. Let's review this day. Let's go down to the 1 minute. I want to see. Actually, let's just start from the daily here. So this was that previous day. We opened over here. I think we went down, then shot up, and then we came back down. 4 hour. Traded below the 4 hour. Still bearish, so probably maybe wants to keep going down. We don't know. And that's the setup over there. Looks like it was a loss. 5 minutes, that's the previous 1 hour high and the previous 1 hour low. 12 p.m. candle starts. So what was I waiting for? For us to bounce into this 15 minute and then shoot up. Okay, so let's go down, see what really happened here. Oh, this is the day where I don't know what happened on this day. So price is not doing nothing. Nothing's printing. That's weird. Oh, this is the day the market gapped down. Ooh, that was painful. Oh. Yep, the market gapped down. That was really a pain, man. So what happened here is I did see a really nice trade. So let's go back and review this trade. So I did my analysis and I determined that we're gonna be going up, right? Great word, get out of here. Everything's buy upgrade. Get out of here. Whoa, I'll be selling a course soon. Come back here. Okay, so on this day, what happened here? So I'm gonna do a market replay until where I did enter that trade. Actually, this one I don't have to. I wonder, did I journal it? Is it journaled? It should be. No, it's not. So what happened here on this day is I did my analysis. So we did stay in between the previous 1 hour. So looking at this price action alone, I wasn't supposed to take part in this trade, right? But the thing is, my setup did form. I just thought that we should keep on going up because my whole thing is trade above the previous 1 hour and then get back in the range or whatever. And once I see the last down candle where the price shot up, if we do close below it, that's my bounce zone. My stop loss just above the highest high. So that in itself, I was supposed to be short. But after doing my analysis, my head was saying, bruh, we need to go up. And then I saw these equal highs here. I saw these equal highs here, so I'm like, they have to come and run them. So now I was looking for a long. Now I'm outside my simple setup, because what I'm thinking is we did have a 15-minute fair value gap over here, right? So what should we do? We should at least come in there, and then I'll come in for a nice setup to form and keep going down. Now looking at the 1 hour, I do have this up candle where price came down and we shot up. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is just a bounce zone, man, so we can keep going up. And then look at this, candles are closing inside of that up candle, which I think is a 1 hour breaker, so we should be going up. Now the problem is the 1 p.m. candle came in and they decided we're gonna go and close, and after 1 p.m. on the days I'm working, I have to leave my chart. So brother was not here, man, so because right there I would have closed that trade if I was here, but this closed at 2 p.m. I'm well in my kind out of here. So what happened next, man? So this is one of the things that, you know, maybe using intuition, maybe just stick to mechanical trading, man. Because then what I did is I switched to, instead of the 1 hour, I switched to the 30-minute range. So I'm looking at the highest high in this case, which was this candle here, and then we went down, which was perfect. Took that 30-minute range and then we shot up. So I do have a breaker and a fair value gap, and I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna use as my bounce zone, and I was in profits too. So now, should I journal this like I did it perfectly? Maybe I should. So what happened here is, this is where market closed, and then we opened and we gapped down like Jesus. Poof. So instead of losing just like 1,000, a little over 1,000 on this demo account, I ended up losing 6,000. Because what happens if that was your stop loss? When such a thing happens, price, you'll get closer the best price possible, right? And I think that is where I was filled, man. That was tragic. I think it doesn't show you executions in replay mode. So moving forward, man, do I just take those setups blindly and just, because I could have been right anyway. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and just pretend that I took that trade the right way. Why not? Let's have fun. So I'm gonna delete this because I think are they journal? Yes, I do have. What I'm gonna do is just delete that. I need those 1 hour levels though. Let's do this because I know we can. Wait a minute, you wanna tell me I cannot clone? I can. Yeah, but they have to be alive like that. I cannot clone. That sucks. I think it's because we have a mixture of why. Okay, whatever I did copy paste, we should be able to clone, make a copy. Okay, I don't need those levels anyway. I know that's the 1 hour low right there. Pull this to 1 p.m. because that's what I do. Previous 1 hour low, and then I think the highest high was this one. Yes, previous 1 hour high. Pull that to 1 p.m. 1 hour high, and then I'm going to replay right before we took that high. And I think it's important that we also see what was here and all that underlying story. So I'm thinking in future, man, I might just stop all this stuff. Anyway, let's keep on doing let's keep on taking data, and then we'll see if maybe we don't need all these all this analysis and just keep it simple. Just wait for us to trade above the 1 hour, and then when we see that pattern, we just engage. But then again, we'll tell in the future. So in this case, I'm going to assume that we didn't see any, but so let's just do it, see we use a perfect day, man. Right? Okay, let's go. So boom, boom, boom. All I want us to do is trade above that 1 hour, and then coming to that range, or even just above here. Once we get that entry pattern, we're good. I'm just used to seeing it go up and then just shoot down immediately. But in this case, an important thing is wait for that 5-minute confirmation. Look at that, it did form for 5-minute order block, and I did explain this at the beginning of the stream. So it's formed there already. So what do we have here? Bearish order block, and that right there is indication that, yeah, I think we might keep on going down. So we even have like a fair value gap there that was inversed, that was reversed, because we were just, I mean, the logic of this is come, get in there and then bounce up, but in this case we close below it, so we're expecting maybe something like this, and then for price to keep going down. So then let's go to the 1 minute. This already doesn't look so good to me, but clearly we did take that high, so that's good enough. That's good enough, man. So why did I hesitate on that one? And then what are we waiting for now? So I don't need that level. We already know the 5-minute order block is confirmed. So what am I waiting for? Boom. Okay. That right there is an immediate balance. Okay, there we go. So we've traded above the previous 1 hour. This will be my last down candle before we short up. So let me go just make sure that 5-minute, yep, so that's still confirmed over there, so that's good. That's your 5-minute supply, 5-minute bearish order block, whatever you want to call it. Mama Mboga. Why would I say Mama Mboga? And we do have a fair value gap over there. That's how I want to start marking those zones. I don't want to keep on pulling them, so I just leave a small box over there, and that will let me know. And that's my last down candle. That's my bounce zone. So instead of bringing it all the way over here, I'll just do like a, it's on the 1 minute, bro. I'll just have it marked like over there, so I can kind of see. Maybe make it a little bit dark like me. So again, looking at these 3 options for entries here, where we are right now, or once we close just below whatever you think is your bounce zone, that could be an entry. Fear of missing out is now taken care of, or the fair value gap right there, or the bounce zone, which was this candle just low. Whatever you think is the last down candle before we went up to shoot down, that's an important level, bounce level for me. Or you can just wait for price to get to your fib entry, like your optimal trade entry, which will be the fib from that high to this low. 0.5, the half of that zone is good enough. Or you could get intricate, and maybe intricate, what is so intricate about this, and then wait for that 0.62 level, which, or even higher, and your RR just improves dramatically. But there's a high probability that price will also not get there. So let's just say that I did 3 entries, right? The first entry was the fair value gap, so I'll do like a 0.25% of the risk I'm willing to take. So if I'm risking 1%, then I'll do like a 0.25% risk of that 1%. And then my second entry will be that bounce zone, that candle, just when we touch it, just right. Oh, come on, my guy. And that will be like a main entry for me, so I'll do 0.5%. Stop loss, the other TP, the other end of the 1 hour, and then the other one will be that 0.62 level over there. And clearly you can see the difference in those RRs, right? So if I entered right after we closed down, which is okay as well, So we're looking at that risk to reward ratio. Come on, my guy. That risk to reward will be 3.54. If I wait for the fair value gap, will be 3.8. If I wait for the breaker right there, the bounce zone will be 4.8. And even wait for the 0.62, which you might not get filled, 7.88. I mean, that's worth it, man. Just really worth it. So even if you miss a couple of trades and you get such an entry, man. So let's see which one worked. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I think we came back up there. But looking at these equal highs here, I'm like, oh, skeptical. But next time I'm gonna take that trade. If I lose, then I'll just set up another one with half the risk of whatever. But let's see. Boom. We didn't even go up, so we went up. Now if you had a pending order on this one, you're still not filled. But if you want to do a market entry, then the moment we touched that fair value gap, which we haven't, you can just do a market order. The problem is that one you get feel like way down here. If you just touch there and you enter, so you might have been filled down here. So let's assume that we did have market whatever pending orders. So the fair value gap entry has been engaged, and the breaker entry has been engaged. So we'll get to the 0.62, but do you imagine that we did come down here and now we're shooting up, bruh? And then I'm seeing another breaker form over here. So that up candle we shot down and then we went up with fair value gap. So price could easily just use that as a bounce zone and then just keep going up. But I think, you know, because it's a probability game and you're looking at a set of trades, so once you submit, just submit, man. So I think that's the most we got in terms of entries. And what time is it? It's now 1:20 p.m. so that would have been a harsh day. So we didn't really get to that 0.62, which is why, you know, the breaker entry is just fine. The 0.62, I don't know, but in time it should work for you. So what time is it? 1:30 p.m. so what time is it? 1. So in this case, this one was not. So my main entry right now, we're looking at 1.89. That's really good. 1.4, and then what happened here? 154, 55, 56. So 158. If I was here live, I'd probably close that trade, which is something else. I don't know. I'll probably just close with that 1.8 if I took this trade. This thing of waiting for the market meant to open with all these Trump things going on, with all this news coming on, because if something improves with the dollar when we just in between when we closed and there's good news, then the market will gap up. If it was bad news, I mean, the market will gap up. There's a high let me say it this way, there's a high probability it will gap up. If there's any bad news, I believe there's news on this day about tariffs or whatever, something went off and we just gap down, or whatever. Anything could happen in between the market close open. I mean, anything could happen even when you're trading, so whatever, man. It's trading. So what time is it? This is now 1:58, 1:59, so market close, so no trading. So let me go to the 15-minute time frame, because for some reason, okay, there we go. Now look what happened. We gapped down. Jesus Christ. So that would have been an instant TP right there. So in this case, if I was doing 3.77 on that main entry, this is where I would have been filled at. So that would be an 18-day for me, right? So I would have ended up with 9R. But in this case, the trade I took, I was long. So I ended up with that loss, which is all good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and journal these trades. It's as if I took them, right? So what I do is what do we do here? Google Sheets. Okay, so let's put this on this side and then on this side. So this was the 415. So this is not the actual trade. This is just me like embedding this pattern in my mind. So I'm writing it down. It's as if I took it, right? So just condition in my mind that it's possible this can work for you. So in the soul, my mind does not know the difference, right? So in my mind, I'm taking this trade and I did win that trade. So I'm telling my mind, bruh, it's possible, right? But this is not the actual trade. The actual trade I took, just for case people that just come in right now, was, where is it? Oh, this is yesterday. That should be 414. Because I'm doing 415 right now. The actual trade is this one right here. That's the actual trade that I took, right? So I don't have to keep telling my mind that it was a loss. Why? So how's that helping me? I already learned. So I need to recondition my brain. So we're gonna do 415 review. $425, 1, 2, 3. What you doing? Okay, I have 2 more trades too, so I better hurry up now. So the 15th was this candle over. No, this is the 16th, so the 15th is right there. Now you can see we were in between the previous day range, and we still, you know, like if it was real that I took it, and we still got some range to make some money. Even if I closed at the end, just before the end of the day, then just before the market closed, I mean, I still did like 1 point something, right? Which is okay, just fine. If I was doing 1:2, I'd have been filled over there. Another thing that I'm also conditioning myself is to just know that just because we are retracing up, that's just the price of not getting out early. So the price of not getting out prematurely is retracements, right? And I'm gonna take a picture of this just like that, and we're gonna do the copy link, and I'll come here. There's the 15th. That's the image. Oh, come on. Okay, let's do this. I want to do what was the whole time frame? So it was this down candle to that high. We didn't take no. Now this is tricky because I need to see. Bruh, this is a tricky trade, man. I need to see us go down and then go up and take some sort of liquidity. But in this case, I think this is just 2 equal highs right there. So this could be, to me, one of those difficult trades that I just take. And probably just tell myself, even the ones you thought were easy, you still lose on them. So just engage, bro. Engage and have your trade management, your stop loss money, your trade management system working for you. So then I will do what? Maybe this one, that low, the high to this low, because we didn't take out the high. So then I'll have it from 12:19 to 12:20. Just 1 minute is enough. Okay. So 12:19 p.m. to 12:20 p.m. In this case, we were not considering 50 cross 200. That was not in consideration. This is, yeah, that, so this can also, you can also include this in your, I mean, this is like an added, what, some butter on your brain to make you feel good about taking that shot, because you can see 50 is still under 200. So that's some indication that, yeah, I think we're still short, especially after we came and closed below 50 right there. Even after price going above 250, still remained below. There's nothing to say that we couldn't keep on going up, right? But yep, so in this case I'm gonna include that 5200. So I'll say it did cross down at 10. The cross happened at 10:01. This is not a must, this is just something to make me feel better. I'm gonna get rid of that EMA. And then what time was the entry? In this case I'm gonna use the main entry, which was when we touched that, when we came back again, which makes it very difficult because we do have this up candle, we came down, so we do have a breaker here. But then for the fact that we didn't take that 1 hour low, then 1253, this is something I'll have to look at a couple of times. 1253, because some of those trades that you think are difficult end up being the banger trades you're looking for, right? So did we do 1:3? Yes, we did everything. So I put that down as all that was covered. We did 3R, we did those standard deviations up to 2, so I'm gonna have that covered. So these standard deviations, I've already talked about it, but I'm gonna do it one more time. So that same high, that same measurement from the highest to the low, where I think the break of structure happened, because we were going up, and then that change happened. I want to see that high and the low. So in this case, I think it's actually this low and that high. But in this case, let's just use this. It works just fine for me. So that trade management, we did get to the one full symmetrical swing right there, and then we later got to 2 to 2.5, and we even surpassed it. So probably I should add the potential of the trade right here. I should add the potential maybe somewhere here, insert column to the right, and just have that. What was the potential of that trade? Like how much far did it go? But that's okay, we can do that. We're just gonna assume that we're not gonna do that today. Where are we? So my brother, get yourself together. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a picture now. So I want to include the daily candle and all the action that I did over there. So pull this to the side, make sure I can see them. I don't need this. So I can clearly see the previous 1 hour high and where the 1 hour low is at. So what we're gonna do here is this is the 15th, right? That's the 15th candle over there, and then that's good. So I'm gonna take a picture, copy that link, go to my spreadsheet, and then do a picture. So in this case, I want to see what happened after, right? So what I'll do is come on this day, maybe do what the even if we see the next, no, let's see the next 4 hour. That'll be enough. We boom, 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 and that's enough for me to see what happened after. So where are we? And that right there is enough for me to see what happened after, right? Since I'm journaling, that's okay. I can see the next day we went down, and I can also have this on the 5 minute. It doesn't have to be on the 1 minute. I just want to see what happened after, and I can see that we did come down, then came up, tried to fill that gap, and then we kept going down further. So that right there is okay for me, just to see, have a glimpse of what happened the next day. Okay, so copy link, and then right here after, and we're good for now. So let's go to the second last day of our review, and then we can finish this stream. So boom. So now we're going to, I should have that in there. Okay, so now we're going to the next day, which was now the 16th. 15th, 17th. So yesterday, let's review what happened. Wait a minute, I need to do 4 days. 14th, 15th, so 16th was this day, and then yesterday. Okay, so there's a replay button right there, and let's go back, see what happened that day. So let's pull up the what we did, what we had on the 16th. It's kind of difficult kind of seeing what we did in terms of analysis, so we'll just go back. We'll just go where to okay, let's just look at it this way. So you know what, let's just go see where the trade is at. It's kind of hard doing analysis of something that happened. So I think this was a nice day. I did take that trade, so I'm gonna just go down to where I took it. Beautiful trade. 16th, here's the candle over here, the daily candle. So again, I'm waiting for us to trade below the previous 1 hour candle, which happened here. So I was anticipating that this is my bounce zone, the last up before it went down. It was used as resistance, and we kept on going down further. Then there was this one over here. So that will be an up candle going down. Once we close above it, I wanted to use it as a bounce zone, but for some reason I was skeptical because of how we use this one to go down further. So then I was like, you know what, I think I'm more comfortable using this one up here. So that up candle was shot down, took liquidity down here, traded below that lower low. So once we close above it, then that's kind of where I was like, yo, no, let's do this. Once we closed above, that's where I entered, and I think I got filled when this candle was coming down. And the next we just shot up. This is the 12:50 p.m. candle. There's some volume that comes in at that time. It could work for you, or they could reverse. They could also just come down abruptly or rigorously and then shoot up, or they could just keep going up straight like they did this day, or they could go up and then come down. So that 12:50, but pretty much once you see it a couple of times, you see that it has an agenda. If they've already done what they wanted to do, like the day has been established, the 12:50 candle, just it might work for you like it did in this case. So again, I'm just gonna get rid of all of this, and we'll just go back and trade it afresh, right? I just need to note where those 1 hour highs are. Just above that one, and the other one is here. So let's get rid of this like that. So I'm gonna pull this. So what we're gonna do is go back a little bit just before the 12 p.m. candle closes right there, and let's do this. Let's just act like we get there. So what we're doing is just practice of that pattern recognition, which I think I've had this from ICT. Just that was the lowest low, and so that was the previous 1 hour high. Where is it? Previous 1 hour low. I'm gonna pull it to the side a little bit. So what I want to see is price come down, and then we shoot up, come to my bounce zone, and then that's my target right there. If I feel like price wants to keep on going down, I keep on going up, I have to take partials over here, either close half or 80% or whatever, but gotta pay yourself for that previous 1 hour high and break even. So I usually like, if there's some high time frame point of interest down here, in this case 16th. Was there anything? Nothing that I've noted. Oh, there was a 15-minute inverted whatever shenanigan right there, but clearly I feel like we don't even need those levels. 29 views. Wow. Nobody's watching right now, but that's okay. That's really cool. That's a high number. I've not seen 29 views before. All organic. Amazing. Amazing grace. We'll keep growing slowly and slowly. Soon there'll be 1,000, 10,000 in here. Anyway, let's keep going. This is the second last day now. I'll get down here. So we went down. Beautiful. At this point, man, look at this. It looks like a sweet bounce zone over there. There's nothing to think about. Once we close above it, man, we are engaging. I need that breaker to be a little bit dark, so I'm gonna just change it right now. And then I don't need it to be named breaker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this and then make it a little bit dark. That's good enough. And then I will save it as gray. Then I'll know that's what I'm looking for. And then that Fair Valley Gap right there, I'll have it in that purple color and maybe have it a little bit dark. Looks good as it is right now. Yeah, that's okay. And then I'll have it purple, or is it lavender? Lavender. Oh, why am I naming them? That's dumb. It's not dumb. Nobody's dumb. What in the world have I done? Oh, gosh. Get out of here. So what I will do, I will name this to Fair Valley Gap instead of purple. Save us. What if I just want purple for another purpose? No, I don't want it named. So we could. So I'll just come do gray. So gray is already there. Sorry. Excuse me. Someone is thinking of me. Thank you. Yeah, that's dark enough. This is the boring part, I'm telling you guys. So, and then get rid of that. And then I want it the same way, purple. That's good. Wait, is purple looking like that? No, I need you to be a little bit dark, bro. Change that to purple, and that's good. Template, save us. Bear with me, my people. Yes, and then now we can use those. So in this case, when I'm watching this, we just read it below the 1 hour low, the previous 1 hour low. I'm looking at that up candle over there, and I think this is gonna be a good example of why it's important maybe to wait for the 5-minute Fair Valley Gap to close. It just gives you like a stronger confirmation. So looking at this, if I go down to the 5-minute time frame, I need to wait for a 5-minute for a green candle to close, for the body to close above the open. I need a close with a bullish candle in the 5-minute to close above the previous 5-minute candle, the open of it, right? So until that happens, I don't think we have a trade, right? We might miss, but I think it's better to wait for that condition to be met. So in this case, we're still going down, so that's a level that probably I'll just get rid of. So we are deep below that one now. High probabilities we can keep on going down. So looking at this, I do have this bounce zone over here. That last green candle up before we went down. Once we close above it, then that's a good candidate. Now looking at that, I was a bit skeptical, but probably if I went to the 5 minute, we still haven't closed. I need to see a body close above that down candle, and the higher the better, right? If this is like a strong, see some, this is not as strong, but that will be enough for me. So I need to see something like this. This is just perfect, or like this, boom, just perfect. And just because you see that alone in itself is not enough, right? For example, isn't that amazing? But you got kicked out. So it's funny how that ICT stuff, as I said, you need to connect whatever resonates with you, just bring it all together, because one thing by itself can hurt you. So in this case, that's what I'm waiting for. So I could have used that as the entry actually, but 5 minute order block not confirmed, so nope. Okay, so what I said was, okay, this right here will be enough for me, and I don't think when I took this setup I did consider that. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't think I considered the 5 minute thing, but let's see if it worked for us, if that was something I was considering. Okay, we did keep on going down, so now we do have this up here. Even if it's a doji, to me it's still a bullish candle. It closed green, and then we shot up, and we did close above it, right? Let's look at the 5 minute. Do we have, oh my god, look at that. So now that 5, and I think I did consider this, because then I was like, I was using this down candle alone, but because we did close above this a series of 3 down candles, I did consider that as a 5 minute fair value gap, a 5 minute order block, which in this case that alone was enough, right? So let me just mark those two just to see, because you can either take the series 1 2 3 just as one, or the last one. So coming back to the 1 minute, I was still skeptical on taking a trade with this one, but that should have been enough, man. That should have been enough, especially after seeing us close up that strong. What is this high here? Wait, that hadn't happened yet. Okay, so it still hasn't happened, because to confirm, let's see. So this 5 minute candle in this area hasn't closed yet, so this is not something that is confirmed until we close above here, because this was the 12:30, so the 12:25 to 12:30 candle, and what time is it? It's 12:31, so we needed to wait for this 5 minute candle to close. So that was smart, so I did wait, and 12:34, 12:35, so that candle is now closed. So now we can include that whole 5 minute candle. So this is just a new one. We can include now this one in our analysis, which pretty much that's all you need. Even if it fails, you did put yourself in the best. I did put myself in the best condition possible for my entry using this concept. So in this case, I did model my trade using that up candle right there. So that up candle we shot down, right, and then we shot up. So what I did, my entry was, or what I would do right now, because we are pattern recognition mode right now. So just at the close, see where we close, we just closed above it. That's not too far, so that could be your entry. So I think when I saw that, and by the time I'm hitting enter, this had already begun, and I think I got filled over here just at the top of that bounce zone, and I did put my stop loss way down here, because as you can see there's a fair value gap right there, and price can come down to fill it. So when I do my entries, I like to fill to make sure that my stop loss is below these gaps, just in case price comes here then goes your way. But to be aggressive, you can have your stop loss just below that gap over there, that bounces on that break or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. And then my TP will be just above this high. So in this case, if I was doing if I wanted a fair value gap entry, the one that I can see right now was this one here. I'm gonna change that to purple. Right there. And then if I'm doing OTE, then it's the highest high to the lowest low, so it will be from that low to that high. So let's do all those entries and see how sometimes waiting for OTE could just get you knocked out. So the first entry in this case will be the touch of the bounce zone. That's the closest first entry I'm seeing. That will be my main entry, so 0.5% at least if I want to do all three. The other entry will be the fair value gap, which we already went into, so I don't know, maybe price will come down again. So right there, and then 0.62, which if we did come down there and then went up, man, that would be a good RR. Beautiful. Right there. To the other one, our high right there. So let's see what happened this day, man. I think it just kept going up. Okay, so the fair value gap entry was also engaged, and then we just kept on going up. That's the 1250 that shot us to the first TP area. So in this case, the 0.62 entry was not engaged. So if that's your only entry, you just saw this baby go without you. So even though you might miss on some good trades, on the trades you do get, you actually maybe even need one a week, because the probability of this one was 6.82. If you did enter the one we did yesterday, a full-on risk, that was like what, 8R, you're done for the week, man. You're done for the week. So that is something that I'm gonna be looking at. So in this case, if I did 0.5 and 0.25, so my risk will be 0.75%, because my other 0.25% will be down here waiting. So still okay, a win is a win, man. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in and journal those trades, because I'm starting that 0.62% area, and get rid of this. So my who would be that up candle to the downside, even if I didn't use it for my entry, because with the 5-minute order block was confirmed above that entry over there. So we'll take that low to the high, just like that. Make sure that magnet is there so we can get those exact levels, and then do my trade management. So that one standard deviation, I don't want to say it's promised, but most of the times when you do have that down and then we cross up, close above that high, we keep going up. So at least that one standard deviation is promised, well, close to being promised. And even if we were to reverse, then so if I'm a very I don't know what to say, I just don't think that's worth it, man. And then the other place will be just this one right here that we just cross like no one's business. So maybe the real range was this high to that low. So you can see that point of interest is just the 1 hour high is just right there. So in this case, I don't know, how would I journal this one? Which is the real Mahoo? Which is the real MHU? Where did we have a nice rundown? The 4-minute. The 4-minute has a nice low to a nice high. So let's see. Yep. And 2 is just right in there. So that I do the, but I didn't consider, I don't know, just my journal have what time frame it was. Yep, we'll just do 4 minutes. I feel like that is fake though. I feel like that is fake. But this is our perfect journal, so who cares, man? We will be considering those ones. Okay, we have one more trade to review and then we're done here. It's now 1:14. Hurry up, man. This is the boring part. This is the 31 views. Oof. Fire. 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 Boom, 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 boom. I feel like this is the real one, man. Up, down. Let me shut up. I'ma just keep it real, man. I didn't use that 4 minutes. I don't even need it. I don't think that's something I want to add in, man. That's just complicating life here. That's enough for me. So even though I didn't use it, I used this one right here. And then we touch it anyway, and we did touch it anyway. So if I did wait, oh no, we didn't touch it. We fell short. So if you, even if it's a market order and you're waiting for price to touch it, see, this was a very bearish candle. And you're just saying a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then it starts retracing. So you're thinking maybe the next candle that opens is gonna come back down and touch you, and it just goes away with, oh man, that sucks, man. It sucks. So that right there is your your what do I say? The other entry is your second chance, but make sure you cover with your stop loss. So you don't get a better deal like down right there, which will be 3.95, but you now get the heaven, you now get 2.29, which is still Monday, which is still Monday. These people still say Monday. Monday. Okay, so let's take a picture and then get it over with. Well, what is the 16th, right? Yep, and that's the 16th day. I want to see that day clearly. This is what we used, so I'm gonna put this to the side. I didn't use this, but I want those to show, so when I come in I'm like, bruh, those fair value gaps might form, but you might not use the immediate ones. You might need to use others on the way. So that's an important part to note. Okay, that we good now, man. We are good. I'm gonna just draw a picture now. Is that clear? Okay, in this case I'm gonna just bring this to the front just for this one. Makes me feel better if it's like that. In this case, because we had some more down here. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I need that to go a little bit higher just so I can see we did take that TP nice and clear. And man, that was a good trade. And then now let's take a picture here. Copy link. So the Mufu was what's the high? 12:33 to 12:27. So 12:27 p.m. to 12:33 p.m. So that tells me, like, even if it was so late that yeah, it's possible to still get a trade, whatever. I think this day the EMAs were on the other side, so yeah. So I was just betting for this to be the low of the day. So in this case, I didn't use them EMAs. I did not use them. They didn't work for me. So is that something I should include? No, it's not. Those EMAs are not gonna keep me from taking a trade, man. Oh, I don't think that would be smart. You're gonna miss trades every day. Because sometimes my trade is based on reversals. So if you're doing reversals, your EMAs, unless, because I'm using 15-200, unless I'm using something like 5 and like small EMAs, then yeah. So that 15200 just helps me with continuation trades, right? That makes sense. It should. So I'm gonna pull this up to 12 p.m. so I can kind of know that was the range, man. The problem is we can't see it, so we can just pull it up to that's okay. Okay, 16th, blah blah. Take a picture because we're gonna have to do. We already took a picture. So the entry. What time was the entry? The entry was on this candle at 12:36 p.m. Did we get to 3R? Oh yes, we did. We did, definitely, and we did hit all of this too. So we're just gonna paint that. This is the boring part, man. The boring part. And I don't think we're gonna paste anything there, bruh. Because what happened? Oh my god. Okay, let's go back here and make sure that's in. It's looking good. Copy that link, and I'll need to see an after. Just make sure we did copy that link. Yes, we did. And just to make sure that, well, so why is this looking like this? Okay. Make sure that's the link. Yes. Now I don't need to see the after. So what I'm gonna do is just go to 4 hour and just pull it to the front a little bit. 4 hour candle. That's enough. Because this is the next day and that should be enough for that data for now. There we go, and I can see what really happened the other day. And so the potential for this trade was too much. It's too much. And we good. I want to see what happened the next day, which is right here. So that's enough data for now. What happened next? So up to like 2:55 a.m. because I'm seeing that we did keep going up even after the market open, which was at 3 right there. Right there. Okay, let's take a picture and then let's go do the last day. Copy link. So when I come review those trades much later, then I will know what to do. Alright, so now let's review yesterday's trade. I don't think there was a better way. So what I'm thinking about yesterday though is okay, let me see. So boom, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Review, and we're done. So let's go to yesterday. Why do we have 417s here? Why? That ain't right. Whatever, man. Okay, let's go to the next day. Hurry up. So let's review yesterday, which was this candle here. Replay. No, we don't need to hit the replay because that's the day we are reviewing. There's no trading today, or was there? I don't know. So let's pull up 417. I don't know why I have to. Oh, this is from the other side. Okay, so we don't need that for now. So let's just go real quick, see what this day looked like. This day was kind of tough, man. I did, since we're below that previous 1 hour low, all I should be looking for is just longs, right? And that's pretty much what I did. So I was kind of getting a hard time though, but When I saw this consolidation here, I thought it would come down, bounce into this 30-minute inverted whatever over here, and then we'll come and close above it and then keep going up. The thing is though, there was a 30-minute fair value gap over there, which I thought taking a trade going up, that would not be smart. So I was kind of maybe expecting something like maybe we could close above it, use this as support, and then I wanted to see some momentum, and then I would have just dived on that momentum going up. But what happened though is I did get a nice entry where this is where I entered, because then I was like, that's the up. Did I use this as the bounce zone? No, I did not. I used something else. I used this one, but clearly this was okay, but I don't think the 5-minute whatever had formed. So let's just go back and we can just whatever move forward, because I'll just elaborate. So I was skeptical using that up candle before we shot down. When we closed above it, I was skeptical to use that as a bounce zone. So then I saw another one, this one here, and then I was like, I think that's what I'm gonna use. So once we closed above here, I entered on that trade, and my stop loss of the lowest low. So as you can see, we came down, then we went up. I was in profits for a little while, and then we just shot down. And then I had said that when we get here, I will break even, or I'll reduce my risk by half. But then again, I think they just wanted to come down, so it did come to where I thought it would get to, which clearly would have been better if I did wait for it to get there and then just close above it, start using that spot as support to keep going up, and I would have saved myself the headache. But again, FMO, fear of missing out is a thing, man. So now if I had to leave my charts 1 p.m, otherwise if I was still to stay here, because I had to leave by 1:20, if I was gonna stay, I think I would have taken another trade and use that as the bounce zone and just use half of the risk of what I used here. So if I was risking 1%, I would have used 0.5% in this case, and probably I would have just entered my trade when we close above this. I would have just waited for us to touch that zone, my stop loss down here, and probably just trade to that point of interest over there. So that would be 1.26. That would have reduced the loss that I'd taken over there, and the maximum of that was close to 1.74. My phone call looks so okay, let's just go back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark that previous one on high. I'm gonna have it like that, and then the previous low was here, the previous one on low was right there, and then I'm gonna get rid of these levels, and we're just gonna go back and just recondition our minds, or rather trade that day, see if we had not seen it, right? Just to see what we would have done differently. Though I don't think there's anything we would have done differently, but let's see what. So I'm gonna do that market replay and take it back to right there, just before that 11 p.m. candle closes. Okay, so now that's our previous 1 hour high, that's our previous 1 hour low right there, and what we want to see is just price come down, and then we can see that pattern form, boom, use that as a bounce zone, and then that's our target up there. But then again, maybe I'll stick to my analysis, man, because now without the analysis, how would I have? I mean, I'll just look for levels on all time frames, because bruh, what's going on here? That 30-minute that 30-minute zone over here, right, which is this fair value gap. So if we are going down, then we see a retracement up. That's gonna be a point of resistance. So even if we are poised to go up, unless maybe there's like strong news or something that just causes those areas to be pulled through, you're bound to see something like this. See, that's a gap over there. Price came up and then we got rejected. So if I'm entering along, then that's a spot where I want to be careful. Break even, reduce your risk, or pay yourself a little bit. So yep. So what is it? Let's go back to that review. I'm gonna leave that on for now, just because we are conditioning these brains of ours. So we don't need this anymore, but I will take a picture. 36 views. Oh my god, that's amazing. One view, one watching right now. Amazing. Okay, let's do this. That's now the 12 p.m. candle that's just opened. So we're looking for that bounce zone. Looking for something good, man. When I saw this right here, I'm like, what in the world is going on? Today is gonna be a interesting day, right? Interesting day. So now we shoot down, in this case, that green candle, but even if it's a doji, that's my bounce zone so far. So I just need us to trade above it. Once we touch it, I'm in. My stop loss down here, and then my target way up there. That's what I'm thinking in my brain. Okay, now it switches to this one. The last up candle paired with the fair value gap. Beautiful. So now once we close above it, I need to see the 5-minute order block confirmation first. Before that, it could just be going up to shoot down. So we go down to the 5-minute. I need to see an order block confirmation. So in this case, I don't know, man. I prefer this is a red candle. So no order block confirmation. So I would be skeptical. So what I would do in this one is I would wait, right? I would wait for us to close above this one, right? Come on. I'd wait for us to close above that one, or if we form another one here, because I'm thinking even if I enter here, my stop loss is down here. I'm thinking we're still gonna get up here. What is that? Our 1.43. That's okay with me. A win is a win, right? Instead of trying to get up here, and I'm thinking that's something I might lose. Oh, okay. So just that one I will not engage with it. So boom. Boom. Let me look at the 5-minute. I need to see a red candle and a green candle. So in this case, I did enter with this one, right? I did enter with this one. Maybe that was mistake number one, because I didn't see a 5-minute, but I think was I not considering that yesterday? Oh yeah, so this 5-minute did close bullish. This is the 12:25 to 12:30 5-minute candle, which has already closed. So yep, I think that's what kind of gave me some confirmation that yeah, we can mess with that bullish order block. But then again, the best one would be when the body closes as far as possible. Even if best is even when it closes, the body closes above this candle. But in this case, the body did close above the open of this candle. So that to me is a bullish order block confirmed. Not so strong though, but that's enough. So what I want to see is something like this. Something like this here. See how this green candle closes above, well above this one. But that's good too. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna mess with this because FMO is still playing some games here. So in this case, I did enter. I would even right now, even though whatever, even in future. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a few journals for me not to do that one more time. And then my target is up here, and I think that's what I did when we did close above there. So we were still in here, in profits for a while, and then we did, that's where we got taken out. Now, so here if I was risking 1%, I lost the whole 1%. So if I'm still bullish, right, I still want to keep going, then I have to come in with half the risk. Now already I have this up candle here established, right? Because what I'm thinking is it just came to take this low. I'm still bullish. It's at the end of the day. I'm thinking that the daily candle is gonna close something like this, something like that, because that's how it looks like right now. In my head I'm thinking that we're gonna retrace back. So this is what I want to capitalize on right there. So I still have some more risk to go. So 0.5% is what I'll be coming in with. Again, that's my setup right there. An up candle we short down, so I'm waiting for us to close above that. And then my point of interest, where I was thinking that we need to come in here, could be a high resistance. If we close above it, start using it as a bounce zone to keep going up, then that's good. In the meantime, if we get here, I reduce my risk, or I break even, or I pay myself something. So boom boom. Once we shoot up like that, I want to see on the 5 minute, do we have a 5 minute order block confirmation? We don't. This is tricky than tricky, because right now everything is just looking good, man. But sometimes some of these rules we are adding can keep you out of your trades too, because that already is looking good. Like once we touch that whatever over there, my stop loss down here, and my target for now is up there. That's 1.16, and we do have a fair value gap here, so that could give us a better value. Purple, my picture perfect trade right here. Okay, FitQuest. And I don't know what time I just saw the chart right now. And let me see, that could be another trade entry somewhere right there. Remember, it's at the end of the day. What time is it? It's now like 12:55 p.m. But I'm not seeing 5 minute order block confirmation, bruh. So maybe this will be another trade day for me. Let's see how this goes. Boom 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 boom. We just go up slowly, looking at the 5 minute. Now is when we are confirming that order block over there. So let's just play. Let me see. So maybe I could consider maybe the second retracement if we're gonna keep on going up, but we just reached that spot where I thought would be a resistance area. I like that right there. I'm gonna just pin that message. Shout out to FitQuest for engaging with us. Thank you. Undo. Pin that message, my brother. So let's just go back to the 1 minute. See what we do have here. Nothing. So in this case, I'm waiting for my 5 minute, for that 5 minute order block confirmation. This would have left you, because already everything's just getting balanced. So this thing is just ready to keep going up. So probably this will be a no trade day for me. Or if I was just aggressive, maybe it's at the end of the day, they just want to reach some target without whatever. Maybe I would have done my 0.5% aggressively over there. I don't know. So that 5 minute rule, 5 minute order block rule would have kept me out of this trade probably. And I would have closed my day with that 1% or 1 risk, which I did close with it yesterday over here. So I'll still journal that, and I'll put a note here that the 5 order block confirmation confirmed much later. Let me see first. Let's just go back a little bit. This one was the 1 p.m. candle. So this is a 12:55 to 1 p.m. candle. So it closed right there. Wait, something ain't right. What candle is this? No, this is the 1 to 105 candle, which closes boom, which closes right now. So what would be the best case to trade this if I really had to take a trade? Maybe a OTA entry with that low to that high. Now I'm just forcing I'm just forcing this thing because there's no fair value gap, no breaker in sight, unless maybe they want to come and retest this again. So let's say I didn't take that trade. Let me assume, and I really have to take a trade. This is the last up candle I'm seeing. We went down again. This could also be arguably another up candle, and we shot down, took that liquidity, and we shot up. So at the shoot of that candle, we did come and touch that. Oh wow, how are you supposed to see that, man? That's too fast. I mean, if you're aggressive, that's okay. Paired with a fair value gap right there, sweet. And that could be your entry right there, your stop loss kind of down here, and you do get a very good value. 2.83, just like that. When we grow up, when we grow up, that right there should not leave you, man, because we, oh goodness. Fair value, oh wow. I'm gonna journal this and then I'll just write on the side picture perfect. Sheesh. Sweet. Okay, so let me see what happened the rest of the day. Well, we just played around there and just stopped. So this could have been difficult for me while because I didn't see that 5 minute. I mean, it did confirm much later. I'll have to look at that and put that in meditation, man. So I kind of know, maybe you can assume that 5 minute, because all the trades that we just looked at over the week, the 5 minute order block confirmation did confirm first. In this case, it does confirm, but the trade is already gone. So I'll look at this on Monday, see, but then it's gonna be a trading whatever, but just for fun, see if I'm gonna leave this here actually, see if we're gonna come down back to this zone and then keep going up. Beautiful. I'm still gonna journal this so my brain can know that, hey, this can still happen, and then I'll just write where's that call out. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here right after I'm done journaling this. Where is that call out thing, man? Should be here. So 5 bruh. Minute order block did not form on this setup. Now maybe another thing could be, we are at the end of the day, they just prices just, you know, just going to whatever it needs to go, so doesn't really require so many things, right? Because what is this like? I mean, the end of the day is 2 p.m. but is it 2 p.m? Yeah, my time. But I mean, we do know after 1 p.m. we start slowing down, so yep. So probably get an 5 minute bullish order block. I'll just have it like that for now. Did not form on this setup, so I'll go on ahead and journal that is to see if I took that trade, right? So good one. And so I'm gonna mark this one, and then this you know what, let's play perfect completely to see if I really did take it. So because then we can train our mind to see such things, man. Fit quest, my picture perfect trade. So we did get a whatever, what's that, a comment over there. Amazing. So in this case we do have 3 setups here. We do have that fair value gap, my stop loss. I mean, if you're vigorous, if you're what do you call that name, if you're aggressive, you can have your stop loss just below that, whatever you think is a breaker. But in this case I have mine at the lowest low and where I think my target is at, so that will be the first one. The second one is the breaker right there, or that last up candle before the market went down, and then we immediately kept on going up. And then the OTE, so that will be that low formed right there and to that high, and the 0.62. Did we get to it? Oh, perfectly, we did right there. So even with pending orders, that would have been filled, hopefully. Oh well, that depends on the spread and also how fast the market is moving too. And right there, so I'm gonna journal those and just register that in my head to see if I took it. So in this case I want to have that noted down. So I do know that's the fair value gap trade, I do know this is the breaker trade, and this is the 0.62 trade. So pretty much just about the same spot. What are the odds of that? And then I write that down, that that's order block whatever did not, so that in future we don't miss trades, because we are really relying on that 5-minute order block to form, which I think it's still safe to wait for it. So I'm gonna leave this here just to let me know that yeah, we can lose trades, but you can still take another one. Just be smart with your trade management. So make sure it's half the risk of what we took here. Okie doke. And then pull up that day right there, and I think that's enough, man. I don't need to do an after for this one. Here's another one too that I could have used to add more trades, but yeah, we did close above it. But once we close above it again, we didn't come down again to that level. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, copy that trade, and let's journal this. So this is that was the 1 minute. No, this one we did settle with the 1 minute. So I'm gonna do 1252 to 1253. No, we didn't consider the whatever. We didn't consider that was not in play. So what time did we enter? The first entry was I'm gonna use a breaker entry, which was 12:56. 56 p.m. Did we get to 3R? No, we did not. So how far did we go? 2.76, which is okay. We did get to 3R actually. Yes, we did. And then if I did use that the low to the high trade management, did we get to, yes we did get to all those, whatever. Wow. That's the image right there until the close of the day. So probably I'll have this line right there just to let me know that was the end of the day, 3 p.m. And this was a Friday. 41 views, man, that's amazing, bro. So 41 people clicked on this. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I'm gonna leave this here just so the 5-minute order block confirms much later. You know what? Wait a minute. It confirms right here. I'm just thinking though. If it does confirm up here and then we have to come down to that 5-minute order block open price. So I'm thinking in such a case, wait a minute. Everything is way balanced. So the more, if I'm really forcing it, like I really have to see that 5-minute order block setup and it forms much later, everything is balanced and I'm still bullish, then I might try to just enter on that open price, and maybe if we do that low to where, maybe look for 1:1, or if everything is balanced then just at the nearest low. Okay, I don't know. Okay, we're done here. So I'm gonna end this stream over here. Let me just make sure that is all good. So tomorrow I'm gonna be back testing just around the same time. So that should be fun as well. So I will just continue from where I left off last week, and then I'm just gonna be doing the same strategy. The same strategy. So what I did here is I've entered some picture perfect trades, right? And I can just come and review them and, you know, kind of see this is the pattern I'm looking for, right? After some conditions of meme, so I need us to trade above the previous 1 hour high into some point of interest. In this case, I missed this trade because I was waiting for it to get to this 5-minute fair value gap, but now I'm realizing that we did have a 5 balance price range over there. And looking at ES and the Dow, they had their own perfect setup where they did get to those 5-minute fair value gaps, and the same setup formed. So NAS was like, I do have enough too, and I engage. So I was considering that breaker entry and also the fair value gap entry and also the 0.62 retracement entry, and I've realized that 0.62 entry price is, you know, even if it doesn't get to, when it gets to and that setup works for you, you end up making a lot. So this is a huge RR over here, and if you can just get this one trade a week, bruh, you're done. If I lose Monday, if I lose Tuesday, if I lose Wednesday, I lose Thursday, and Friday get such a trade, I'm good for the day. Because this one was close to 8R. Was it not close to 8R? 7R. So that's, even if I was just in a losing week, just one of these takes care of all the losses, assuming I'm just doing one trade a day. So that's something we're gonna be looking at, and that's the importance of this journal. So that first day we did get to that 0.62. Let's see the second day. This day I did talk myself out from taking this trade because I'm like, oh, these are equal highs, so price has to come back and take them. So now I'm realizing, you know what, when that thing forms, I mean, everything just checked out. We traded above the previous 1 hour. We did form a 5-minute order block. We have a breaker right there. Where is that breaker, bro? Okay, no breaker. Maybe the breaker is this down before it went up, but yeah, I guess that's the problem I had with this one too. But we do have that down candle. We went up. Those are equal highs over there, so that's that kind of the breaker. But we do have a fair value gap. I mean, now this is something also that I'm gonna have to because this was a nice trade. This is the one that opened up and it gap down. This is something we're gonna have to, because sometimes this is those like really nice trades where not everything is meeting your criteria, man, but it just so that has to be like a mindset, because the thing is, I'm not afraid of losing. I just don't want to lose in a setup where I know not everything aligned with what I'm comfortable, right? That's what messes me up. But when everything is aligns properly to what I know I do have, we traded above a range, 5-minute order block formed, a breaker formed on that 1 minute with a fair value gap. Like everything's just sweet, and then it fails. I'm okay with that. But when I know something was not met and I still engage in that trade and then it fails, I now have an excuse to start beating myself. So I mean, it's still growing, so this is something I'm gonna start considering now, because I mean, that's like a balanced price range over there, and we know if we trade away, it can be used as resistance, right? Price can come retest that zone and then should do it. So this is a concept I know, man, so just remind yourself. So in case it fails, then no bitching yourself. We do see this again, and we've seen this again where this is that day. So yep, again 0.62, just we didn't get to it, but we did get to the fair value gap. We did get to the breaker in this case right there. So that 0.62 was not reached and we shot down. Let's see this other trade right here, the fourth one that we did today. This was nice. The up candle we shot down. So this is the one I would have loved to use, but I insisted on waiting for the 5-minute order block confirmation, which did form, and we did have that secondary up candle over there. This was the primary one in my whatever. So in this case, we didn't get down to that 0.62 level. We didn't even get down to this fair value gap, but we did use the one over here. So the 0.62, we didn't get to it, right? So that's something also to consider, right? And it was just a sweet trade, just straight to the target over there, and it did keep on going up later, as you can see. This one is the one that gapped down. Which one was this? Do the review one more time. So this right here is the one I'm now considering. You know, that little consolidation right there, that's a PPR, I believe. And when we trade away, when price comes back, it can be used as resistance, right? For price to keep on going down. So that is something that I'm now putting in my brain, that if we see that, it's okay, you can be comfortable taking that short. So in this case, engage with that fair value gap, and also once we touch that breaker. The other thing I'm now getting is, just because you're seeing a retracement, that's okay. Retracements are just the price of holding on price. If you want to hold, you don't want to take your profits fast, then you have to factor in retracement. So I also need to be okay if I did see I see some money and then if it comes and takes me out. I just know that's the price I paid for trying to hold for price to get to my target. So I'm conditioning my mind on that. And what else? So this trade is the one that gapped down like crazy, man. See that right there? Poof. This one did hurt my demo account, but for some reason on a live account I was in, I thought I would have lost a lot. I mean, I do have a small account, so when I came in, the broker just took me out on the exact same price, on the exact loss that I had risked. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe the broker is cool like that. Otherwise, I think that account would have been reduced to a half. But God is good. I was so happy when I saw that's the exact loss. But on this one, $1,000 risk ended up being 6,000 because of that gap. Because what happens, you get filled at the best price possible, which in this case was here. Wait, yeah, because I was taking along here. So this was just a picture perfect that I was doing today on the review. So let's go to the 16th. Let's see what we came up with here. Oh yeah, we did this one already, and the market kept on going up much later, and I think we did get to this high much later. So I had something small running that got hit much later. I was only gonna take out 80% and leave something running, but because of what happened here, still afraid. So one of the things I'm learning is not to associate your current trades with past trades, but then again, I cannot assume that emotion. So it's like, man, what if the same thing happens? It just drops down. Yeah, so we're still, conditioning our minds that every day is different. Every trade is not related to the previous trade. Every trade is different. And then here's the last one. Confusing day. This one we traded below the previous 1 hour low, so I'm looking for a bounce zone. I should have used this one, up down, closed above it. That should have been a good bounce zone, but then I was waiting for the 5 minute order block to confirm. It did confirm much later, so now I changed as that up candle as my bounce zone. We did come down, took out that low, and we closed above it. That was my entry right there. My stop loss way down here. We chopped around a little bit, was in profits, and then we just came back down. So I wasn't able to retake this trade again, that up candle to go down, and we closed above it. That right there, you could retry again, and then just come in with half the risk. So if you lose both, you just risking, let's say you're risking 1%, you just end up losing 1.5%, which is okay. In this case, if it works, you can make back a little of that risk, even if not all of it. In this case, what I did here, I just played it picture perfect as if I did take this trade, which is something, because this is at the end of the day, so it's possible that it can be easy to work. So what we see is that up candle, we shoot down, we take this low, and then we've already taken other lows over here, and then we see this price just shoot up like that. We leave behind a fair value gap and that up candle, so the fair value gap can be your first entry, or just at the touch of the of that up candle, which in this case will be my breaker. Or if you're on an OTE entry, you want to use your fib that high to this low, the 0.62 was right about the same level as the breaker. You're gonna do 0.5, that's still okay. And this was a 30-minute fair value gap where I did think price can come up, and there could be some support and resistance. So that level, either break even or reduce your risk by half, or pay yourself, right? Because anything could happen. And then it's at 1 p.m. so what's the probability that they'll keep on going up? I don't know, because what you want to see is maybe price cross up, come down, use this as support to keep going up. And that is how I end my weekly review. So that was some good learns over there, some good learnings. At the end of the day, maybe just get vigorous. So that 5 minute order block does not need to set up if I really have to take a trade, and if you lose, it's all good. So if I lost this again, let's say I was trading it and I see another setup form, it will now be, so this was, oh come, you can see, if this lost and I was to take another trade, this one I'm risking 1%, this one I'm now risking 0.5%. the next, I'm really insisting on this, the next trade I'll risk 0.25%, and if you lose that, you're probably done for the day. Because that with me, I'm finding out that it's taking care of the need to go in and revenge. Because probably what I'm doing is revenge trading, or rather not really revenge trading, I think I'm past that. I'm just giving my setup another chance, right? But then that chance has to go on diminishing. So once I get to 0.25%, if I still have to keep trading, the risk has to stay at 0.25%. So yeah, so I'm thinking the most you could lose in a day is 3%, which is okay. I mean, if it's a pro form, that's That's too much. But you want to count 3%, that's fine. But I think the most I can take is 2.75% if I still have to keep going. But now that I'm trading that last 1 hour, it's close to impossible to even take a second trade. So maybe probably what I'm risking the most is 1.5%, right? Or whatever. So I'm gonna end this stream here. That was some good lands, man. That was some good lands. If you'd like this spreadsheet, just let me know in the comments, or just send me an email at tradermalvera@gmail.com, and I'll send this, and you can keep doing it yourself. If you want the full-on strategy, I don't mind sharing it. Just show up on my lives every day and just let me know in the comments, and I'll shoot you the strategy. It is simple. Very simple, very tricky, very hard, very simple, very complex, but easy also. Complexity is just, it is subjective. Complexity is subjective. The more time you spend, the less complex it becomes. So next week is another week. I'll see you guys on Monday. I'll see how that goes, and I am soon gonna be doing 100K platform account. I did a 50K one 2 years ago and I failed, but there was a great lesson there. My stop loss, my trade management was so good. I was doing that half. If I have to take another trade, I do a half, and I mean I was losing a lot more than I won. I think I only won like 2 trades in 2 weeks, and I was trading every day. So all others were losses, and I banned that account in 2 weeks. And pretty much you're not even banning the account, you're just losing what, 8%. So you still have like 82% to go. But the rules is if you lose this point, then you're done. Yep. So I'm gonna be trying another one, see how that goes. Hopefully we'll pass. If not, so good. Try again later. Anyway, Trader Malvera, and I'm out, and thank you for showing up. 46 views, that's the highest I've seen since I started this live in this season, so we thank God for that. Well, I'll keep showing up every day if possible, and we can keep on doing this. So tomorrow I'm gonna be back testing. As I said, I'll finish off where I left off last week, and that should be fun. So back test Saturday. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and God bless you all, and let's keep digging, man. Let's keep digging. That oil, we're just about to strike it, or we might find a better something better than oil. Who knows? Trader Malvera, and I'm out. I love you all, man. FitQuest, thank you so much for engaging with us. I think I'm gonna check you out. So if I click here, can I see a little bit more of you? Channel activity, where will it open? On this side or this side? What is this doing? Joined 7 months ago. Okay. Go to channel right there. Alright, Trader Malvera, man, and I'm out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the back test. Okay, see y'all. Okay, see ya. I said okay. Okay, I'm out.